Hey guys, welcome back to the series I'm Turning 30. My name is Mitch, and this is a series where I talk about my life, whether that's things that are happening in the past, things that are happening at present, or things that will happen in the future. Maybe even a mixture of all three. And as you can see today, I'm going to give you some predictions about what I think is going to be happening going into the future. Now, these won't be predictions only, I think, based around my life, but maybe the world as a whole, or certain events that I think will happen. I'll include some about my life as well, but let's get into it. Starting off with the first one, I think within the next 15 years, we are going to have a new way to mass transport people. Now, obviously, right now we have planes, boats, cars, everything like that, and those are great means of transporting people. But I think that there will be something available for the majority of people to use. Obviously, it will still cost money, and not everybody can use all of those things right now anyway. But I think that there will be some type of new transportation method either available or very close to being available within the next 15 years. Going into the next one, and a very hot topic right now, let's talk about AI. Now, first off, I want to say to everybody watching, if you do not know anything about AI, I highly recommend you do your research because it's coming for us all, and that is my prediction, is that it will be in part of our lives and in all of our jobs, like 95% of our jobs within the next 6 years. I think by the year 2030, AI is going to be in almost everything that we do. There will be some things that it's just not possible to kind of integrate AI into, but all the businesses you go to, your own businesses, your own jobs, your own careers, your own families, the games that you play, there are going to be so many things that have AI and they are going to be collecting information on you. So be careful with the AI and make sure that you are being careful about your privacy when those types of things come up, especially with these new technologies. Now, I'm no expert by any means, but just try to stay safe. Make sure that you're doing the proper research, especially with this new advancement that's coming out at a breakneck speed. And remember that AI today is the worst it will ever be, and it will only continue to get better. Right now, we're on a sharp incline, and eventually it will kind of plateau. But right now, it is a very sharp incline. So be careful about AI and be ready for it to be integrated into our lives and be ready to adapt to it. Kind of along those lines and technology based, I want to talk to something similar, and that's video games. Now, obviously right now we have VR headsets. I believe there are some AR things going on as well that you can use augmented reality, and then you all know about virtual reality headsets that are kind of going on right now and allow you to play games. But I think that there will be something kind of more commercially available for you to play in your homes that allow you to kind of play the games that you play on your either consoles or PCs right now as a AR experience or a virtual reality experience. The easiest way I think to explain it is if you've ever played Pokemon Go, they have a AR system that uses your phone's camera to act like the Pokemon is there with you when you're catching it. I think there's going to be some type of either attachment or something that you can bring or take that will either, maybe it's glasses, maybe it is a headset, it's just something that you can kind of wear around and go outside to play games. So I think it's going to be something like that. It could also be something that it takes into account, like I could walk around my apartment with whatever the accessory is or whatever the hardware it is and be like, this is the space I have, what games are available to play. And I think that there will be a list of games saying you can play these types of games in the space that you're in. I'm not sure if I said an exact year, but I think that will happen within the next like 24 years. That will kind of be starting. I don't think it will be very advanced, but I think it will be something that you can do at home, because right now if you look up videos on it, there are people that have kind of created similar things and kind of arenas and small platforms that you can kind of walk and run around in, but they are usually available only at locations or warehouses or offices. I think that there will be a commercial version available for everyday people that can afford it in their homes by the year 2050. And kind of going on the scarier side of things, I think if we do not change how we are treating the planet environmentally with the amount of energy we have, we are running out of time for a lot of things, or there will be drastic changes and more needs for more inventions and more energy consumption with the amount of people that are coming. It's just going to be a lot of output that we're going to need, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to keep up with it within the next 15 years. So I think that if we do not change within the next 15 years, there is going to be rapid population decline, or we are going to find a way past it and we are going to go into the next age of society. And to do that, I think we need to switch energy options and what we're using as our main energy sources. A lot of what we use as our main energy sources right now, we do not have an infinite amount of. We are going to run out. We have to switch energy sources. Whatever side of whatever political thing you think this is, it's not that. We have a finite amount of resources, regardless of which one you like. It doesn't matter. You can be on either side of that argument. We do not have an infinite amount. It will go away eventually. We do have to find another energy resource. And if we don't find that energy resource, we're going to go into what I talked about earlier with the population decline. I think that there will be a worldwide policy enacted in 15 years if we have just kind of gone downhill in that area, and there is going to be some type of population restriction that will cause us to go into a population decline so that we can kind of mellow out what's happening. How's that going to be enforceable? I don't know. I'm just shooting off predictions here. But that's just kind of what I think and what people are going to try to do within the next 15 years. And one more prediction for the world, and this one is just something that I just feel like is going to happen, unfortunately, is I think that there will be either something from space, something from the inside of the Earth, some type of mass event that causes a large portion of what is now inhabitable Earth to be uninhabitable, or at least be uninhabitable for a very long time. This event is going to happen within the next 10 years, and it's going to be a huge event, more destruction than we've ever seen in quite a long time, especially from something that is natural or comes from space, whether that's a natural disaster or a giant space rock or whatever it is. I think something is coming within the next 10 years that will affect a giant portion of Earth. Now, let's talk about predictions for me specifically. I think that I will be in a relationship within the next 10 years. Where that will be, where I'll be living, who it will be, your guess is as good as mine. Go ahead and drop a comment on who you think that's going to be and where I'll be living, because I have no idea. Maybe it'll be an anime girl. Who knows? And it's hard to give you exact future predictions that I think I haven't mentioned before, so I'm just going to kind of keep those brief because I might have mentioned them in other videos. But yeah, the relationship one, probably within the next 10 years. I think I'm going to have some type of major injury within the next 10 years, and I'm not wishing this for myself or planning on it happening, but I feel like I'm going to forget the limits of my body and it getting old. I think I'm either going to break a bone, tear a ligament, blow an Achilles. Something's going to happen. I'm just not going to realize it while either playing a sport, not realizing that I've gotten older, or something. I just think something's going to happen to me within the next 10 years. I feel like I've gotten very lucky my entire life to kind of go without health issues, so there's that. I think that might happen. And I also think I'm going to have $1 billion because positive affirmations. I'm going to be rich. Maybe I'll be a giant YouTuber. Maybe this series will blow up 2 years after I've uploaded it, and I'll just be this giant YouTube star and be going on talk shows and stuff. That would be cool. This isn't so much a prediction as kind of something that I've said before that I'm going to do, but I do predict that I will have more tattoos within the next 10 years as well. So there's that. And as you can see, my face is starting to get a little bit darker, and that's because my light is dying. So I'm going to end the video there. Let me know what you guys have as your predictions going forward, whether it's in your own personal life or things that will happen to the Earth at large. Let me know down in the comments down below. But if you liked this video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And we're in the last month, guys. It's the last month of videos. I believe that this is one of the last 4 videos that I will be putting up. Crazy to think that I've come this far and that I started this series, and I was kind of in the works and thinking of ideas a year ago, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and it's almost over. So crazy to think about, but thank you so much for sticking by me, especially if you've watched every single video. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if you guys want to see me talk about anything before the series ends, because we only have so many topics left. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys again next week. Peace.